And my people, I want to know who remember this artist, Mr. Eric Browter, one of the artists where mark the island, where definitely in music mark us as islanders, would almost feel like the music up on the same level like the typical music from the island, because our music we listen, when I ban, I listen to the music. And true, artists like this, we got one specialist, one of the person who know the most about soaking at the island for me, because well definitely I sit down and talk with him, and every time I ask him about somebody, he know about it. So I say, well, all right, look, invite the man, because him that want to know the most about souk in the island. So let's talk to Mr. Joe Jessie right here in the set. Mr. Joe Jessie.
Hey! Welcome. How things, how the evening?
Well, so far so good.
We take care of your nap.
Eh? No, man, no.
You're not lazy, you're not lazy. When it comes to talk about something we're passionate, you're plenty, such as music, such as souk, well, I feel like you can't deny for invitation at all to come here.
That was in the date. I want to use a good influence, my brother Thomas. So, yeah, fine. Didn't get the order, so I had to just come.
All right. Yeah, that's. Mr. Joseph.
Joe Jessie.
Joe Jessie. Sorry. Mr. Joe Jessie. How it come to you, the part from collecting souk music, apart from we know say the island and the islanders them have a special vinkle with this genre. How you start out into it?
Well, the first thing you can mention in that question is love. You know, I heard you all talking about the development of souk or the history of souk. Well, that you can find in internet. When I look souk and it give you all kind of information. But one thing is to have the information from internet, and one thing is to live the development of our music like this, you know, the evolution from the beginning. Obviously, when my time, that was the 80s, the best moment for souk up till today is between the 1985 and 1995. The greatest song in souk sing in that epoch. 1985, 1995. And well, that was the time when we were in our team and got two events that make souk strong on the island. I want to tell you that before I answer the question you asked me. One of the events, Mr. Pumier here don't mention it already, the ship out affair in the 90s. There is where souk come to be part of our life through the guys that went to the Caribbean and work with basically Caribbean cruise line. So they had the opportunity to be on the islands. Martinique, Guadeloupe, St. Lucia, St. Croix, all those islands, exactly. I had physically contact with the people that originate this music. So they brought it to the island, but they not only brought the records, you know, this value. Value.
You can't find one of them and I should buy.
They not only brought the record, they bring the culture of souk music to the island. But it was so close to us that we took it as ours. Remember, we are Anglo-Caribbean people. These guys are French Caribbean people. And somehow, we never business, if they were talking a French and Japanese or whatever, we only business at the music. You know, we've got these feelings, the sentiment towards the music. And they have two universal language, where anywhere where you go, you can use it. One is mathematics, and one is music. So when you link to the music, you know business about the words, your business about the rhythm that touching your heart. How I get to be a collectionist of souk? Well, I begin recording basically cassette. You know, we never have access to this format, because this format was only belongs to the picoteros, them, how you say, who used to play pickup. And them used to guard this, because that was exclusive.
Jealous,
you know, jealous about, so you couldn't even say the name of the artist, you couldn't even say who sing it, the information, nothing. And you used to even erase it. so that no one could, and it could know who played the music. So because you had that exclusivity, it's an angle. And if you wanted to go to listen to this song, you have to go which father pick up the play, or every Saturday or every Friday night, but you have to go there and listen to the music, you know. So wow. When the moment come now, the grabadora then come in style and whatever, so everybody start get the music and they get it for themselves by cassette. So I begin with cassette. I used to have that when I used to go by university. I got my stand with cassette on pretty place. That was secret for me. Nobody couldn't touch my cassette. My cassette, they got a name and everything when they like the said spot and whatever, you know, and not touch the cassette and whatever and so forth. And then from there you start get the love to conserve that, you know, because whenever you play the music, you can talk about it and you can hear about it and whatever. And I remember now when my cousin, my brother, Andres Taylor, came from Shipport. He was the first one from the family we got on Shipport. And him start bring record and he start bring CD. So at that moment now I decided say, I would be the guy that will take care of this. You know, if I never take that decision in that time,
you wouldn't got this now?
Today, this won't happen. And, you know, and I got, so the idea is that you have to get a passion for something. Not only the music, it's everything, library, whatever tools to work with, or mechanic or whatever. Is a guy that have to have passion, love for that, and have a conviction that his job will mark something. Mark what? That today, I got 54 years. You know, look up it to me. Today, and it can be when I got 70 or got 80 or got 90. Today, this song, this record, you can go home by me in 20 more years, 30 more years, and it will still exist.
Woo! And I will still got the same impact, the same sweetness, the same everything.
The same thing, and one thing is to take care of it. Is to take care of it. No got no scratch, no got no situation. You can take a needle and put. See this format.
You got a turntable?
No, right? No.
You see that? No?
Then
I got one turntable.
You can't lend me. You know. Is the sensation, this is the first format that comes and address with music. Or maybe it's one of the first format of music in the world where you could have carry out the music. After this was cassette, and then afterward CD. And now CD, USB. Cassette, and you know, you got USB came, USB disappeared. And at the moment now, everything is in the cloud. So you got your phone and you can take down any music where you want and whatever you know. One of the points is this, what I want to try to show you now with this music, is when you got the opportunity to go and take the record and look on it and say, this is the man I want, you know, you look search and see what business, and you take your you know, with love, like when they touch your girlfriend, you know.
Then you put down.
Hello, hey. And you take it and you put it on the turntable, like, you know, you take that needle and you set it by, you know, just that sensation. There is no other sensation in a music more powerful than that one. And the only time you can get it is when you play this format of music.
A vinyl record.
So when you start do that, you there in the party and whatever, and everybody that's free, and you that the one have in charge to take that song and put it there, learn some tricks to put it, set it right on the right spot, which part the sweet part of the song there and whatever, you know. So those sensations tell you, hombre, hey, you have to conserve this because this is a mission.
It's a whole lot of, you know, emotion.
Is the mission for, hey, make the day of tomorrow. My daughter, Samantha Jessie, she studied arts. And I say I pass that to she. I am not a musician. But my passion to music is what I pass it over. I expect she pass it to my grandchildren, you know, the passion of music. So you have that mission to do things like this. When the day somebody come and ask you in the future, what about this? What about that? You can go in your discoteca, that's where we call it, you know, which part you got all your music. I say, remember this? You haul out the music and you share, just like when you have a book, when you have a library home, and somebody talk about any team and whatever you say, hey, you take out the book and you deliver, read this book. You know? Man. So that is the sensation you have.
A man who was so passionate about souk music from the beginning until now, I would like to take it out of the pack, take the disc out of the pack and put it on the stage. And ask you for your heart, what was the sensation you feel when you first see Kassav on stage here?
Oh my God. In my musical experience, that is the greatest experience that I ever have in my life. To see that something that you were dreaming, you know, Kassav is symbolic. Kassav represent the change of the Caribbean diaspora in music affairs. Before I answer your question, let me tell you something. There is two music that, even though they receive all the influence from Africa, is the only two Caribbean music that return back his fruit to Africa. Obviously, the first one is reggae. Well, what Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer did, basically, these three guys with the Wailers, is so powerful that today you got African reggae. But which part they get that from? They get that from Jamaica. Right. The second one is souk. Souk gone back to Africa. Now Africa got Afro souk. You are talking like Oliver Goma, Monique Seka, etc., etc. You have Kisomba. You have Ivory Coast and whatever. Them is a hybrid of souk, but in the sensual sense. You go Brazil, and Brazil got Kisomba, but based on souk from whatever. So what I want to try to tell you is this. This music was developed so powerfully that it could go back to the origin and influence them to start fusion their music, the music what they bring to us, or in their music, you know. So the Caribbean, basically with, I will just talk about souk because it's a souk situation, you know, but it also can be talked in reggae way, because the Haitian music gone back to Africa, but not with the power. Only Coupe Clouet basically went to Africa, but he never carried the essence of the music back to Africa. Nice artists and whatever, but what Jocelyn Berard, what Jacob Desbarrios do, what Pierre-Edouard Decimos or Jacob Decimos, where are the three guys that create the souk. This is a creation, you know, but it comes from plenty things. Is put us near to our motherland. You know, it make the bridge get so near. That is what music do. Music is a spiritual connection that you have with people. So when you like Caribbean music and you go Africa, you automatically connect with the people through the music. It come a moment through other things that you can have, the gastronomy, the cosmovision, the knowledge. But the first thing that connects you with anybody when you go in Africa or in the Caribbean is automatically the music. When you start playing the music, the first thing they want to ask you,
where you
hearing the music
from? Where you from?
But you say you're a Colombian, you know, you're a Colombian, and Colombia is a Spanish country. You know, they don't understand that we are a Caribbean set of people on an island where they're far from Colombia, but our cultural influence is totally independent, a whole different from Colombia.
Indies, that's all.
It is a really cultural.
And in that sense, is when you hear the Yugo stage now, I pay my 70,000 pesos for the business. I never beg nobody if you give me gratis. A lot of people want to go say, Kasab gratis. You don't know, I pay my local 70,000 pesos. And I got and I stand up right front and a stage. And when the man start playing the music, man, you know, your heart just start beat. Your mind just go far away, you know. The only thing you just make everything our ecstasy is so high, you know, that you never need alcohol, you never need non-drugs, nothing. Music is also a drugs, you know, and it carry you so deep to yourself, you know. That spiritual enjoyment when you got, when you finally your dream come true. See, you couldn't see a lot of group because a group came about 10 years ago when what the heck that group?
Karimi?
No, Karimi play Haitian. Several Haitian could come before, but Basingo. But that group was a intercambio that Colombia had with the Caribbean. And then bring students and whatever, we just start out, you know, but we never get one group, you know, we can Cooper when come already, Lucky Dube when come already. But Kasab, we talk about who invent the soup, now him come, you know, and that sensation is and they knitted at the music. These guys then got so strong, the harmony. That is what souk is all about, you know. When you look at the history of Caribbean music, Caribbean music had a lot of beat. Remember, we come from an African slavery tradition, that the drums was the most important instrument. The drums were used to send message. The slave used to send message from one village to the other, beating the drum. We received that. So, but we stay as that. We stay as strong drum, and then when they bring in the calypso, and it turned out to be something like party, you know, calypso, soca, whatever, used to be a party music.
Carnival music.
It never got harmony. What the souk did, well, when Jacob Desbarrieux and George Decimus, Pierre Edouard Decimus, they met in France because the music generally generated in our studio. What them did, them took the carnival, then take the heavy drum, and then take the white man harmonic music from the viola, violoncello, and whatever from the orchestras, what they call it, symphonicas.
Yeah.
Because the original concept of souk never got in electronic organ, you know. Was viola, violin, and violoncello. That is the three instruments that put in a souk. You know, then through the situation of carrying all the pile, people imagine now you carry three violin man, one violoncello, and one viola. That they move around the world now. Electronic organ come in always in the moment, so them take that sound and put it in there something. So them got the two organ, use two organ, one rhythmical organ and one acoustic organ. You know, so them take then separate. That then the instrument then take it out, and then from Trinidad and Tobago, which is the instrument that they put in souk, the trumpet, heavy trumpet. From Haiti, what are the rhythm that they put the instrument that they put in? This is the bass. When you listen to Coupe Chloe, the bass is the key of the situation. One next music that influenced the souk was cadence calypso. What was the instrument that they put in from cadence calypso? The guitar. When you listen to Midnight de Guadalupe and Exile One or Gramax, them man, the pure guitar, you know, them man they play that guitar like if then, hey, you know, that's something like if they don't make no effort, you know. So them did an element that put together, but the essential part of it is that these guys they had the capacity to harmonize those influence. come up with Souk. Souk mean party.
Make a one question.
Yeah.
I got one look at it. You mentioned Monique Seka before.
Yeah.
The intervention of woman as vocalist in the souk, when cast the souk to be more romantic, or man or woman stay stable with the same romanticism?
Well, souk is a male music. Souk got the same phenomenon like the vallenato. Vallenato is a man music. You know, you got woman who can sing it and sing it very good, but you know, got the impact where they, up till today.
Tell me that Jocelyn good.
No, Jocelyn is the queen.
You follow.
Jocelyn is the queen. Is the queen of souk, the maximum representation of female singing in soukar. But you got others like Tatiana Mayat. You got Sonia Derson, you got Claude Faustin, you got Tatiana Faustin, you got Priscilla, you know, the new something, etc., etc. But when you hear one Sartana, or when you hear one Jacob Desbarrieux, or when you hear one Eric Brauta, or when you hear one Luke Leandre, or this guy,
or one Jackie Rappo.
Fruto de la Pasión. Him is the guy that put the suit on in Latin America. When he take out the song, Fruit de la Pasión. All the Spanish people, you get feel like to choose the song with this man sing.